name is Karthikeyan. I work on the server side of Hasura. So today I'll be talking about improvements to column comparison. So there are we already support column comparison, but there are certain limitations. As you can see, that you can only compare two columns if they belong in the same table, and we support six column operators. These are equal, not equal, greater than, equal to, and less than equal to. Okay, so what are the improvements? So now the GraphQL engine will be supporting comparing columns across different related tables. Okay, so I'll be explaining how we'll be doing this. So consider so I'll take a example. So consider the following. Consider the schema. So there are five tables, and there are users, order cart, items, item metadata, and inventory, and this Hasura instance running on this database, and there are some relationships created on relationships defined on some of the tables. So order cart has three relationships, and items has the item table has one relationship. Um, okay, so we want to do certain validations while inserting an item into a cart. So what do we want to do? That we want to see that when a user inserts a new item into the cart, we have to see that if the quantity the user requests for if the company has that much stock in their inventory. And the second is, so every item has an expiry date, and we should see that the time at which the item is added to the cart should be less than the expiry date. So these are the two validations we want to do. So I'll be demoing the first one. I'll be explaining about the second one as a bit later. So okay, so can you see my Hasura console?
Yep.
Okay, so okay. So this is my inventory. I have two items. So the Z phone, I have 234 of it, and I have three quantity of chips. So, s okay, I should have. Sorry. Okay. So this is the mutation. This is the first mutation I'm doing. We see that item one is quantity three. So and there is much more than three. So this should go through without any errors. So this okay. Now oh sorry, I didn't show. Oh, sorry. So all the cards. Let me show how the permission is configured for the user. So so this is how you configure. So here we are saying that the order cart has a object relationship with the inventory table. So this is the inventory item, and we are comparing the inventory items quantity should be should be greater greater than equal to the dollar quantity. Here dollar means this is the table on which we are defining the permission on, and in this case it will be order cart. So what we are doing is we are saying that the inventory's quantity should be greater than equal to the or the order we just made its quantity. So this is what we are comparing. This is a check. This will run before every time. This will run every time we insert. Okay, so I just run this. Let me do it again. So we see that there are three chips, but we are this mutation is asking for more than what is there, so this should not go through. Okay, so this check constraint failed because of how we configured the check constraint for the user role. So this is the first part of the validation. Okay. So the second part will I'll be explaining. So there is two parts. The first one is comparison of a column with with the with any column of the root table. So that is why I mentioned the dollar sign, which means it is the root table. The second is is not comparing with the root table, it is comparing with the related table. So I'll tell you how we can do that. So we see that the added so this is how we'll be specifying. So added at should be less than or equal to. So so you see the now earlier the CLTE expected a single string, which is the column name, but now it expects an array. So in this case, we give a column path to the column. So we want to compare added at with expires at, but we so we have to specify how do we reach till expires at. So this is defined on the order card table. So order card table, this is the first two. So the last value of this of the array is the column name, and all before that are the relationship name. So sorry. Here item is the object relationship name, and so object card to the items table is the item relationship name, and items table to the item metadata table, its relationship is item metadata. So the first two are relationship names, and the last value is the column name. So this is the column path. It is slightly like JSON path. Like you specify how to reach the column. Okay, so this is how it will look like, but this is not implemented yet. This is planned for the future. And the first one is implemented. The first one I just showed you. So the second one is future work. Okay, so and these are all listed down in RFC in this link. So do check it out.